The language of deceit. Notes and extracts. A day at the races. What matters is what gets done. Everything else is window dressing. When you get to the end, you are so often just back at the start. In the course of life, we must act as action is the only thing that guarantees any kind of consistent chance. Exactly what we act upon is up to us, and therein lies the complexity of our human problem. Our actions, along with our thoughts, are often misguided, not through cruel intention, but just from a lack of self-awareness. My dad filled up with schoolboy, cap-in-hand excitement when somebody called him to say that a local television news channel would be passing through and wanted to do some shots of classic cars for the upcoming Weekend of Events program. Ever hopeful and enthusiastic, Dad geared up, slid into his machine, and fired the motor. He drove open top, despite obvious signs of impending torrential rain, and I quite literally chased him down the narrow, meandering country roads. A short while later, after several times losing sight of my father, we thankfully arrived at our destination, which was an oversized, picturesque castle with an endless garden. There are quite a lot of these drafty places hidden away in the local valleys. I reverse parked under orders that if I valued my life, I would not hit any of those priceless classics of yesteryear that were already perfectly parked. I edged nervously into the gap, breathed a sigh of relief, and tried and failed to get the keys out of the ignition. Push in, a twist, just a quarter turn to the left, and pull out quickly. No chance. Ceremoniously falling out of the car and onto the neat gravel driveway, I quickly looked around to see if anyone had noted my clumsiness. Nobody. Good. I picked myself up and brushed myself down and headed round to the boot of the car. In the boot, I found more tools than the average garage contained. God knows what my father expected would happen to his machine. I pulled out a cloth and began to polish the vehicle, pretending to look busy and hoping that no one would ask me any questions about the car. I really didn't know anything except the obvious: 2 doors and 4 wheels. No luck. Within 5 minutes, and even after avoiding all eye contact with all people and animals, I heard an American accent say, "It's a classic, ain't it?" "Yep," I said. "So how long have you had this then?" "Sorry, it's not mine. I'm just a driver. This belongs to my father." Unperturbed, he continued, "I had one just like this when I was in college. When was it built?" "Sorry, I can't really talk about the history. You need to ask my father. He's that plump fellow with the pipe, looking incredibly British, standing next to the green car over there." I said this pointing and hoping that he might take the hint. He didn't. I thought it was a great car at the time, just that the headlights wouldn't pop up from time to time, which made driving at night quite difficult. It must have. I thought for a moment, then continued, I'm really sorry, but I can't comment on the technical aspects of the car as I have only been driving it for 2 days. You know, at the right place and at the right time, I can be a great conversationalist. This was not an example of that. In desperation, I made an excuse about checking tire pressure, and I ambled off to hide behind some other piece of history. The TV crew promptly arrived and announced that the best idea would be to film the cars making a little parade of the castle grounds. There was some nervous chatter between the drivers, amongst which could be heard, Jesus, blazes, I hope I can start it again. Fingers crossed, and bloody typical. What makes us happy is also what makes us sad. It's another one of those strange apparent contradictions. We should probably all accept that we are the ultimate cause of what we feel, if we are going to make any progress at all. We pursue odd things in life, unquantifiable abstractions, and almost anything that will waste as much time as humanly possible. Of course, if you are enjoying what you do, then there is a strong argument for the fact that you have not wasted any time at all. Seems to me that the input is not equal to the output, but more equal to the expectation. Feelings can easily replace facts, and this may be of vital consequence if you are sitting in a rocket careering à toute vitesse, head-on, into an ancient dry stone wall, with a look of something between bewilderment and glee on your face. The language of deceit. Notes and extracts.